Hello friends, today we will discuss the super heterodyne receiver in analog communication. So this is a typical block diagram of your analog super heterodyne receiver. The first block is nothing but the RF amplifier. Second one is nothing but the mixer. Third one is nothing but the IF amplifier. Then fourth one is nothing but the detector, that is also called the demodulator. Then audio and the power amplifier, and this is nothing but the loudspeaker. So this is called the super heterodyne receiver. So super heterodyne receiver. Then what is exactly meaning of your heterodyne? Why it is called heterodyne? Heterodyne receiver. Heterodyne means the process of mixing two signals to generate a new signal. That is nothing but the heterodyne. That's why it is called the super heterodyne receiver. So in this case, this is nothing but a receiving antenna where it can be able to receive your signal in terms of your AM. So this is nothing but the AM signal that can be able to receive at the input of your receiver. So that is applied at the RF amplifier. So this RF amplifier will amplify this weak AM signal. So at that case, it can be able to produce your amplified version. So this is called amplified version of your AM signal. So this is nothing but amplified version of your AM signal. Then this is nothing but a local oscillator. This local oscillator you are applying with respect to the gang tuning. So RF amplifier, mixer, local oscillator you are going to apply the gang tuning. This gang tuning is nothing but a variable capacitor. The main use of your gang capacitor is to maintain the same frequency of your RF amplifier, mixer and the local oscillator at the same frequency to generate your intermediate frequency, that is called F0 minus Fs is equal to constant. In this case, the output of a mixer is nothing but the intermediate frequency. So this is nothing but the F0, where F0 is nothing but the local oscillator frequency and Fs is nothing but this signal frequency. So in this case, this intermediate frequency, that is called F0 minus Fs, which is always constant. If basically this is called a mixer. Mixer is nothing but the as per the definition of your mixer. So this is called mixer. As per the definition of a mixer, mixer is a non-linear device which has two different signals having different frequencies. Out of that, one frequency is nothing but a low frequency and second frequency is nothing but a high frequency. Suppose I will call it the F0. Then output of this mixer, there are total 4 outputs. The first output is nothing but the Fs as it is. Second output is nothing but local oscillator frequency, that is called F0. Basically this is called F0. Then third output is nothing but F0 plus Fs, and fourth one is nothing but the F0 minus Fs. So output of mixer, there are total 4 outputs. Out of that, the one output is nothing but the Fs, where Fs is nothing but a signal frequency, that is called a signal frequency. F0 is nothing but a local oscillator frequency, so this is local oscillator frequency. Then this is nothing but the F0 plus Fs. That means F0 plus Fs, that means I can able to perform this mixer as an adder. So this is F0 minus Fs, so this is called F0 minus Fs, so I can able to perform this mixer as a subtractor. So this is a speciality of the particular mixer. That means I can able to perform this mixer as an adder, otherwise I can able to perform mixer as a subtractor depending upon the particular application. So in this case, I can able to perform either adder or subtractor, but this is nothing but the mixer. So this output of mixer, in case of your super heterodyne receiver, that is called the intermediate frequency. This intermediate frequency is nothing but the F0 minus Fs. That means the output of your local oscillator frequency F0 minus Fs. So this condition, so in this case I am always consider local oscillator frequency always greater than signal frequency. If this condition is satisfied, that's why it's called intermediate frequency, and the difference of your higher F0 minus Fs, that should be always constant. So why this IF is always constant? Because this is nothing but the after that it goes to detector. So my aim is that I want to always record perfect recovery of your original modulating signal. So to get perfect recovery of the output of your receiver, then if this difference is constant, so I can able to recover perfect recovery of your original modulating signal. So mixer, so this is the total 4 outputs. Out of that, I will consider F0 minus Fs by considering F0 is always greater than Fs. That means local oscillator frequency is always greater than signal frequency. Then this signal you are going to apply at the input of your IF amplifier. So this is nothing but the intermediate frequency amplifier. Then this is nothing but the detector. So this signal you are going to apply at the input of your detector. Otherwise I will call it a demodulator. So this demodulator performs total reverse operation as compared to your modulator. So at the output of your demodulator, it can be able to generate a small signal in terms of your sine wave, that is original modeling signal. And this is nothing but the original recovery of your original x of t. So this signal you are going to apply the input of your audio and the power amplifier, so that at the output of this one, it is nothing but a recovery of your original modulating signal as it is, without any loss of information. So this is nothing but the typical block diagram of the particular super heterodyne receiver. Then this is called AGC. This is called AGC, means what? Automatic gain control. So this automatic gain control will maintain the same gain of mixer, IF amplifier and this detector circuit at the same level, so that it can be able to produce a constant intermediate frequency of the value 440 kHz to 465 kHz, so that you can able to recover the perfect recovery of your original x of t. So there are two important concepts. Gang tuning. That gang tuning is what? Which will maintain the same frequency of the RF amplifier, mixer, local oscillator at the same frequency. This is called AGC, which will again maintain the same gain of mixer, RF amplifier, detector at the same level, so that it can be able to produce the perfect recovery at the output of your receiver. So this is nothing but a typical block diagram of the particular receiver. So then what are the major advantage of the particular super heterodyne receiver? So major advantage, or first advantage comes to the picture, that is called bandwidth in case of super heterodyne receiver is always constant. So there is no variation in the bandwidth. Basically there are two types of receiver. One is nothing but a TRF receiver, very basic receiver. So this is nobody use in current state. So this has a major limitation, that means bandwidth is very high for this case. That's why nobody uses a TRF receiver in practical case. So this is the older one. So in case of super heterodyne receiver, there is no variation in the bandwidth. That's why the bandwidth is always constant in case of super heterodyne receiver. Second one, very high sensitivity. I will come to that point. What is the exactly meaning of your sensitivity, selectivity and the fidelity? So this is a major advantage of the super heterodyne receiver, very high sensitivity. Then very high adjacent channel rejection. So this is another important feature or property or advantage of the particular super heterodyne receiver. Then these are some frequency range of the particular AM signal. So AM signal frequency range, which is always high from 540 kHz to 1650 kHz. So this is the typical value of intermediate frequency, that should be always constant, that is already discussed here. That is called 455 kHz, and typical value range 440 kHz to the 465 kHz. So this is called intermediate frequency bandwidth, which is always 10 kHz. So this is regarding the super heterodyne receiver. Okay, thank you.